welcome back to my channel. And today I'm gonna be reviewing Big City Greens Season 1, Episode 4, Story Number 2, Backflip Bill. And we actually got a clip this time. It's kind of been a while. Like, well, what was the most recent one that we got a clip of? Blue Tater, I think it was. Yeah. So yeah, this is Backflip Bill. And we're finally gonna get episode 4 done with Big City Greens. Today. This is story number 2, and next week, not just Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. I'm also gonna be doing videos on Friday. And also changing the name of this channel to Reactions and Reviews. So that's pretty good change of pace. And also next week, because I'm adding Friday to the list of doing videos, I'm gonna be doing 2 episodes of Amphibia, and those are 4 stories all together, because 2 stories per episode. So yeah, next week will be Amphibia. Yay! Because finally get back to that. But anyway, so we won't get to this clip until kind of like the end. But that's okay. So we start in the beginning of Backflip Bill. Is that Bill, the dad, is teaching Cricket and Tilly how to fix the water heater, and he has he's like, Cricket, hand me a tool. And he's like, oh, here you go, Dad. And there's a bunch of tools. And he's like, oh, thanks. And he just, grabbed one out of it. Cricket's just trying to be helpful. And he's like, okay, Casey, you have to be very careful with the water heater. It's very tricky because it's dripping water. And he's like, and he has the wrench onto the water heater. It's gonna turn it, and then he's kind of whispering, "Oh, the water heater is very hot. So you gotta." And Cricket, it's kind of like, "Oh, Dad, speak up! I can't hear you." And kind of put his hands on the water heater, Bill, and it burns his hands. And he trips over some boxes. And Cricket's like, "Oh, Dad," and he's like, "Oh, don't worry, Cricket, I'm fine." And he's like, "No, I'm looking at these pictures, so." I wish Cricket was more concerned about his dad, because he fell over. So, I'm gonna take off a point for that. But he's like, "No, I'm looking at this, Dad. Is this a picture of you, when you were younger?" Yeah, that was me. I used to do gymnastics when I was younger, and they used to call me Backflip Bill. And I was really good at it, and it was just a childhood dream of mine, and I didn't get any awards or anything because I kind of left at my first competition until he takes out a remix. I was like, oh wow, there's even a remix and everything. Yeah, you must have really enjoyed it. Oh yeah, I did enjoy it, but I moved on in the past. But I always wondered what would have happened if I went through with it. Maybe I would have won or something, or took a place in it. Nah, it's just a childhood dream. I moved on. And Cricket's like, sounds like he doesn't move. It sounds like he didn't move on to me. Kind of whispering to Tilly. And Cricket's like, you went, Dad. You should follow your childhood dream and let's go do it. Get you back in gymnastics. And Grandma, Bill's mother, comes down and introduces her into pastry and is like, no, he couldn't hack it. He chickened out his first competition. Bill's like, yeah, she's probably right. And said, see, he can't even hack this argument. And Cricket's kind of like, and she goes up and to Alice, the grandma's like, naysayer, and she's like, what you say, boy? And it's like, naysayer, naysayer, naysayer. I'm glad he only said 3 times because it's kind of like a gag. Gag is only good with only 3 times. He only did 3 times, so it's pretty good. You must have not been a really good coach to Dad because he must have really loved gymnastics and you must have not taught him well. and and I'm gonna do better than you. And it's like, you can believe whatever you want, boy, but he is uncoachable. And it's like, you're just a big naysayer, and I'm gonna prove you wrong. Then Cricket, Tilly, and Bill go to the what was it called, community center, and so they go into the community center, and we got a view of the building. It looks pretty nice. Wish I could show it, but the clip doesn't start there, so, or doesn't show it. So kind of like showing like the community center, and it's like kind of like showing like this, and where it's kind of dark because it's kind of doing the performance and everything. But it's really big. There's like a mat and everything. There's rings. That brown, what do you call that? I'm getting pretty tired. It's the thing the gymnastics go on. They do the gymnastic thing, and they kind of go upside down on it. I don't know what it's called. I don't want to think too much on it. And they are just gonna they're Bill just Bill's like, I'm gonna try it out, and there was actually a thing where he's like, he has this uniform on, and he's like, oh, this fits just like how it did, and like Cricket's like, I'm just gonna take a moment to erase that from my brain. Done. Until he's like, miracles do happen. So that was pretty disturbing. That that suit, when the gymnastics uniform he had when he was a kid still fits him now. So and Bill's trying it out. He kind of flops, and like kind of fails, and maybe your grandma's right, maybe my mom is right. It's like, no, like she was a bad coach, and like you can do this, just have fun. You know what? Yeah, okay, just have fun. And he's doing like some moves, and like he's really good, and he does a flip, and he kind of almost 100% sticks the landing. He does it really good, and Bill, Tilly, and Cricket's like, wow, you're really good. And this guy, you're gonna see right here, you can't really see me pointing, next to Tilly in the background, wearing like the black tank top, like in the table, basically, sitting in the chair. He has a Spanish accent. He's like wow, like you're really impressive. I never seen a man like with those types of moves before. Like, you're really good. You should go to the community center gymnastics competition. Oh wait, a gymnastics competition? Cricket's like really excited, and he's Dad, you should really try this out. He's like, what? Yeah, I will do that. And you see Cricket going to the phone and calling, and I really love this, where Grandma's like, whatever you are selling, I'm not buying. So maybe like telemarketers and stuff, and it's like, you remember when you said that Dad was uncoachable? And she's like, is this you, boy? And like, just come to the rec center. I'm assuming the rec center is just like kind of like a community center, same thing. So I'm not taking any points for that, because maybe it's the same thing. I don't know. But anyway, so like just come down. So, and she's like, okay, and he hangs up the phone, and it's like, you know what? And you kind of see like a girl doing stuff like that. Oh, the competition's pretty good, and his dad is stuck in the rings. Oh, someone help me! And he falls down the floor. Oh, if I'm gonna prove Grandma wrong, I need to amp up my coaching. No more Mr. Nice, Cricket. And I'm like, oh boy. And it's like, oh, Bill, Dad, you gotta shape it up. Oh, you can do better than that. Oh, stick the landing. He's the flip, and he's a what? And he kind of flops it like, oh, get up. Oh, is that all you can do? He's kind of yelling, trying to be motivated, but like kind of being bad at it. So like, Cricket's like in like kind of being. He's in the wrong here, but he has good intentions, and he's just a kid, so I'm not gonna take it off any points because he really generally is trying to help. And grandma comes in and is like, I want a front row seat for this. And kind of looking, and dad doesn't flip and fails, and oh whoopsie, and she does like a thumbs down, like I'm disappointed, and Cricket's like, Dad, get up, come on, I'm not taking it any more than first place, and Bill's like, first place? I thought we were just here to have fun. Fun? Yeah, we'll have lots of fun if you think it's fun to lose. And the cute hearing fun to lose, repeating his brain, his eyes get really big, which the animators use to when they're really surprised or if they're gonna look back in the memory. So and it's the second one, goes to the memory, and it's like, I'm not sure it's the same community center, just back in the day. It could be or it could be not, and it doesn't really matter. But you see Bill, young Bill, and you see young grandma, still the face and the voice, big brown hair, lipstick, and wearing like a suit, and with things to like a jacket or something, suit jacket. And Bill's like, I'm just go out there and have some fun. With like like a higher voice because he's younger, and grandma, his mom is like, sure, Billy boy, you have plenty lots of fun if you think it's fun to lose. And he's like, stop it, Ma. Wait. Oh shoot! I forgot to see him because that whole stop it, Ma is like when like he kept hearing like fun to lose. He's like, stop it, Ma, and the crowd is looking, and Cricket's like, wait, what, Ma? And he's like, oh, like kind of spilled the beans. He walks out of the rec center, and and he's like, I don't get it. I trained him like so hard, and Grab's like, I knew he was gonna hack it. And he's like, I don't understand. I trained so hard. I didn't give up on him like you did. You think I gave up on him? On the contrary, Bill was talented. That's where I went to the flashback. Like, Bill was talented, and I thought with his talent and my very loud voice and confidence, he would make it to the top. But how do you repay me? By chickening out. And that's why he said that, I just go out there and have some fun. Like, everybody said that scene, and he walked out, and she's like disappointed, and and she's like, I was right and you were wrong, being very grandma-ish and walking away. But grandma's kind of like an adult there, so I'm gonna take some points off of there. Is it sort of like your character? Yeah, I say it's sort of like a character. Never mind. So anyway, Cricket good, and he's like, oh no, Cricket growing a little bit in this episode realizes he made a mistake, so he goes out of the community center. And he goes and like kind of find like dad, and he sees Bill like taking off the uniform. He's like, oh darn thing, come off, like it's not working. And it's like, hey dad, like, oh hey son, like, and Cricket's like, can we talk for a minute? Kind of like tapping the truck, kind of like a older figure to the younger figure, but it's kind of like Bill has some mother issues, and like Cricket's like wants to apologize, so it's fine. And it's like Cricket's like, Dad, I'm sorry for all the yelling and screaming. Bill's like, it's okay. I know you were just trying your best, like, Dad, to help me. Like, I just like, and it's uncoachable. Like, I had the talent, but I just can't do it. And he's like, Cricket's like, no. You're wrong. You can do it. You just been suppressed by two coaches that have been sucking the fun out of everything. And I was a bad coach, just like Grandma was. So I'm no longer your coach. I'm your cheerleader. So that's why you see Cricket right next to Bill. He kind of has how girls have the ponytails and stuff. Cricket has like long enough hair to like has a like, ponytail. It's a good representation. You kind of Cricket, you know, looks like really cute there. It's kind of odd that it's only one ponytail, not two, but it's fine. So it's like, okay, I'm no longer your coach. I'm your cheerleader. All I want you is to have fun. And they hug. I wish I could show that clip, but I can't. Oh, sorry. Anyway, anyway. Um. And what was it? So they're going back to the community center, and you see this girl like doing some moves. I'm gonna play the clip right here, kind of see the competition. So like she did like a couple of flips, like and Tilly's like an announcer, and and Bill's like like kind of nervous and like until he's like, next up is Bill Green, and like you can see Cricket right here being very supportive, like he's like, yeah, Bill Green, like I'm being very cheerful, like a cheerleader, like cheering his dad on, like being very supportive, and like Tilly being announced like, oh, it is riding up for a lot for Backflip Bill, like it's a big comeback. And and like and she says something where she says something crazy. I can't really remember what it was, so I'm gonna put the clip. Okay, so I couldn't get the whole thing, but and she said like the only thing stopping him is like disappointment and cholesterol. Okay, and he's like, "Oh, Tilly, that was very moving," and he's like, "Okay, kind of like don't interrupt me." That's probably not the exact words she used, but kind of like interrupts him. Like, I was like, it's about to start. I'm gonna talk like a 5% off for Tilly there, because you didn't have to do that. He was just congratulating you, like, wow, this is really moving, and like and Cricket's like, yeah, Bill Green, Bill Green, Bill Green, and Graham was like okay, like like kind of the frown face, but like she doesn't think he's gonna pull it off. Pit Bill's power ballads, and I can only play like so much, so I'm gonna play like part of the first part of the routine and like the last part. Hope that wasn't too much, but yeah, like he's doing some moves quick. It's like whoa, and like he's kind of doing like this spin, and like he kind of like little landing, and until he's like, oh, he sticks the landing, and like he's kind of doing that. His fingers chopped off. That's hilarious. And like he's doing the oh, look at me, and he's like jumping around, he's twirling, he's doing a dance, like and he's just let's make sure like he's doing some more moves, and like they're just amazed by this, and here's like the last part. he kind of fails it, and everyone's being quiet. He like kind of like swaying a little bit, putting his hat like closer to his face, and a very turn of events. Grandma, his mom's like yeah, get up, you can do it. Being very supportive, like she should have been from the beginning. Cricket's surprised, but it's saying he's like, yeah, Dad, you can do it. Like and now everyone's cheering for him, and he gets back up, and until he's being like the announcer she is, and and Bill got sixth place. So they're all leaving, and and Bill's like, I forgot, he says something crazy where like, oh, this type of metal is more valuable. Well, not more valuable. Yeah, kind of more valuable than gold. So then and without this, we wouldn't have light bulbs. And it's like, and without light bulbs, we wouldn't have ideas. And he's like, oh yeah, right, Tilly. Tilly has that way of thinking. And and he's like, I'm done with gymnastics now. Now to live my dream. My body's destroyed. And I want to play this clip of Grandma just being proud right here.
Good job out there, son. You finally done me proud.
Oh, gee, thanks, Ma. What part did you like best?
Stop fishing for compliments.
I'm glad I can like end like the clip. And this is basically like the end of the episode, I think, right here. And like it's her like smiling, and like Bill smiling right here. And she's like, good job, son. You finally did me proud. I'm proud of you. You kind of went through the competition, even though the coaches were hard. I think this is kind of like her way of saying I'm sorry. I think in a way, because like she kind of realized by looking at Cricket being a cheerleader instead of a coach, Bill finally done well. He didn't win; he got sixth place, but she's proud of him, and I really like that. And and Bill's like, "Oh, thanks, Ma. Oh, which part do you like better? Oh, stop fishing for compliments." And she's like, you done good, Bill. You done me proud. I'm proud of you." That's the end of the episode. Pretty is much better than Cricket Sitter. Definitely that got like a, what was it, a 40% of 100%. Yeah, like didn't do so well because of minor stuff. What score do I give this? Cricket growing a little bit, Grandma growing a little bit. Bill reliving his childhood dream. I would give it Cricket like not worrying that like his dad was like hurt or anything, even though he technically wasn't. He should have still seemed concerned, but so bumping that down to a 90. I think that was it. Because everything kind of like like resulted with their character. Grandma finally being proud of him. Yeah, this was a 9 out of 10. This was a 90% of 100%. Was like wasn't perfect. Because wish Cricket would have because he said like, oh my god, Dad, like, don't worry, son, I'm fine. But he was just looking at the photo. Show concern to your dad, like make sure he's okay. But So yeah, 90% of 100%, way better than Cricket Sitter. So altogether, that's 40, 56. 70%, like with both both stories in this episode combined. Episode 4 was just average. Didn't fail. Wasn't perfect. Wasn't above average. It was just average, 70%. Yep. So everyone, that was this was Big City Dreams season 1 episode 4 story number 2, Backflip Bill. And everyone, I hope you guys are excited for me to go back to Amphibia next week. And everyone don't forget to subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell, give me a big thumbs up, leave a comment down below, and I'll see you guys on Tuesday. Bye.